Happy Aries season. The sun has moved into Aries and we are back to take a look at that through the lens of the tarot. You can see my previous video on the Venus and Mercury retrograde through the lens of the tarot, along with a little reading that goes with it. And here we're going to look into the sun moving into the sign of Aries, also represented by the Emperor. Grab yourself a cup of tea and let's get into it. The sun is exalted here. It is shining bright. It is directing its energy towards a goal. It is leading. It is in the spotlight. It is filled with energy that is ready to be used. Aries is ready to go. It's ready to start these projects. It's ready to get moving. It's ready to take action. It can be even sometimes a little selfish. It can say, I want things this way. I'm ready. This is where I want to go. This is what I want to achieve. So the sun loves this energy. When we're running around and chasing things, going after what we truly want, this energy thrives here. So we find pure joy. And what better time? This is a new cycle. As the sun moves into Aries, we start the cycle through the astrological wheel all over again. It's a kind of a fresh start. In astrology's sense, it is the new year. So we find this energy of the Emperor, figuring out where we could take more control in our lives, where we want to direct our energy, what goals we want to achieve, and how we can start moving forward with them. That is the essence of Aries season within the tarot. So I wanted to pull a few more cards on how we can move through this. So I'm going to pull some cards on what energies may be working against us during this cycle, what energies will help us or they're working for us during this cycle, and what lesson there is to be learned this cycle. And how many times am I going to say this cycle? Alright, what energies may be working against us? Four of Pentacles reversed. We have to remember that money is energy. It comes and goes. We can't be too frugal where we're not spending any money and we're not moving anywhere and we're kind of just holding on to it. We can't do that because then it's not really leaving. It's not really doing anything for us or against us. If anything, it's kind of causing that stress. So we can't be too frugal and be stagnant. We also, with this Aries energy, cannot be impulsive and spend all of our money. We need to make sure, especially with this Venus and Mercury retrograde, we need to make sure that we're being thoughtful about where we're putting our energy. We need to make sure that we're doubling down and making sure that we've thought everything through, we've double checked our finances and what we already have before we make any impulsive decisions. So I think the energy that is working against us right now is either being too stagnant or being too impulsive with our energy and our money and our time. We need to be able to flow a little bit more, understand that there is times where money needs to go out to get here and to do this and to accomplish this, that, and the other. But then there's other times where maybe we need to look around and see what we can use around us and see if it is a smart idea to spend. So remember to keep this energy in mind because this could be something that is working against some of us right now with all of this Aries energy. Remember to think, Aries isn't like that. I'm an Aries. But right now, our Aries energy needs to remember that we need to tend our fire and not just burn it ablaze and burn it out or never even light the spark at all. We need to tend to it. Slow down just a bit. Now, what energies may be working for us? Okay, intriguing. So, with the star reversed, I think that slowing down and working on healing ourselves. Aries can go so much. I don't think that they even realize sometimes that they're hurt or tired or feeling any pain at all. They just kind of push through. A lot of Aries placements, depending on where you have Aries in your chart or where this sun is moving through in your chart, you tend to just go. It's like they'll burn and burn and burn until they're really burnt out. And so I think that the energies that will benefit this season, and with everything that's going on astrologically, is reminding ourselves to slow down and do a little bit of healing. Remind ourselves why and what we are working towards. Instead of bursting through and powering through and thinking that we'll never burn out and working towards something, slow down with this Venus retrograde and this Mercury retrograde and think about the connection to it and how you yourself can slow down and just tend to your own inner flame, to your own healing. Aries is the child of the zodiac. Children tend to go through a lot of things that we hold on to, and we don't even really realize that we're holding on to it. It happened to us so long ago that it kind of shows up in other ways, in other areas in our life. And so slowing down and giving yourself a little time to tend to that and heal those wounds, even if it's something that you don't know, and it's just slowing down and doing something just out of like sheer happiness, sheer joy. Bake the cookies, play with some slime or Play-Doh, play in the mud, dance in the rain, do something that heals the part of you that wouldn't do that because of judgment or fear or not having enough time or working too hard. So remember to slow down and give yourself that time to heal so that you can find that star to follow in the distance, the thing that Aries wants to chase after. Heal yourself enough to chase after that star. Last but not least, what lesson will we learn this cycle? The Knight of Pentacles. We are going to learn that time and effort and those slow steps towards our goals are so important and amazing, and that we are still going to get to where we want to go, even if it takes us a little bit extra time. Sometimes when it's something that we're really invested in, and Aries is all about the self, it's about what you really want. And when it is something that you really want, it is okay to take the time. It's better to take the time to make all the right steps and all the right decisions to get there, even if it takes a little extra time, a little extra work, a little more planning. I know, the cursed word for Aries, but some planning, some thought, some practicality will really help tend that Aries fire. Instead of burning through it so quickly, let's carefully add each log, each step, learning all the way through it. It might be a little bit of a tough one for Aries. I kind of want to take a little peek at the bottom of the deck. It reveals a little more of those shadow secrets. Yeah, so we have Temperance reversed at the bottom of the deck. Aries really does go all in, all or nothing. And then we have Temperance here, the mutable sign of the fire, that finds a little more balance between going all in and stoking and learning and finding meaning and depth. And so I think Aries is really being challenged to maybe not leap right into the season, to leap right into the project, to just kind of tend and stoke. Take your time. That's why Venus and Mercury are taking their time moving through Aries. That's all retrograde is. It's just a slowing down. So this is Aries reminder. If you are in Aries, all of us have Aries in our chart somewhere. But definitely if you are in Aries, take this as a reminder to slow down and move through this season, your birthday season, with slow and steady steps towards what you want to achieve. You don't need to rush yourself. I hope that this Aries season treats you amazingly. I hope that this found you well. And until next time.